Yes, fine. Is there any? Yes, there is one more formula called speed. Right, one more formula called speed. What is speed? Final velocity whole square minus actual velocity, initial velocity whole square, the whole divided by 2 times the acceleration. So to find the speed function, what we can do actually, what's the formula for speed? Formula for speed is v square. It's going to be v square minus u square whole divided by 2a, where v is the final velocity, u is the initial velocity, a is acceleration. How we are going to, what is the input that you require? We require v, u and a. So v hyphen comma u hyphen comma a. Then using scanf, let me receive these three inputs. So also I will have one more variable to store the answer, like s, speed. Okay, so three values I need to receive. Three are integer values, so percentage d, percentage d, percentage d. See, it is up to you. You can either take float if you want. If the scenario is like you want the answer in float, you want the exact decimal unit, then you can go with the respective data type you want. At this I'm showing you the demo for writing expression. Okay, so these format, why it is printing like this when you're printing a float, why this ind hash is coming, these things and all I will just explain you in the upcoming sessions. Okay, we will go especially we will have a special section for how to receive input, what are the different ways of getting input, what's a different way of writing printing output, the formatting options. So those things we will see in a separate video. Okay, so now I have to receive three values, so comma ampersand to v followed by ampersand u ampersand a. After receiving the three input that we wanted, after receiving the three input we wanted, what we need to do, we need to write s is equal to speed is equal to v square. What is v square? V multiplied by v, then subtracted with u square, u multiplied by u, then it is divided by 2a. It should not be 2a, it is 2 multiplied by a. You should not write it like the mathematical equation. So here if you see, I told you that this 2a has to be common for both this v square and u square, but here if you see, first of all v square will be executed, then u square will be separately executed, and 2 into a, no, before executing 2 into a, what has to happen? Associativity rule, the left side to right side. I think slash is having highest precedence. So after multiplying u and u, then this answer will be divided by 2, and after dividing it by 2, then only it will be multiplied by a. This is completely a wrong way. So what I have to do first of all is that I think 2 multiplied by a has to occur first. The same problem that we see in the finding the root of the quadratic, the previous one. So divided by 2a has to happen, so 2 into a, so that I'm enclosing it with the bracket, and this 2a is common to both v square and u square, so I'm enclosing your v square and u square in a bracket, because this 2a is a denominator to this v square minus u square. This is the right format of writing this expression. So now what I will do finally is just I'll print percentage d, because I am storing the answer in a integer variable, so I'm giving percentage d. It is up to you, you can use float, everything, those things we will see later. Just here the purpose is only to know how to write expression. Okay, so I'm printing the value of s. So now we will just come for the compilation. So it's waiting for input. Just let us give something 4, 5 and again 3. So it's giving me minus 1. So we will give a bigger value for v and the smaller value for u, because you're subtracting, right? So when 4 is given and 5 is given, it becomes a negative value. So let us try to give a positive value, 7 and 3 and 2. So it's going to be 7 square 49 minus 3 square 9. So 49 minus 9 40. 40 divided by 2 multiplied by 2 4. So 40 divided by 4 is going to be 10. Exactly, we got the right answer. Yes, so while you're writing an expression, you have to be very careful. You cannot write a mathematical equation directly. You have to follow the precedence, as well as you need to follow the left to right associativity also. So you have to write expression accordingly. I think hope it is enough that we have written how to write area of triangle, perimeter of rectangle, sum of n terms, nth term in arithmetic progression, root of quadratic equation, and speed also. Yes, so I think this is enough. You get a very nice solid knowledge of how to write expressions. Yes, fine. So now we will next enter into a concept called compound assignment. Compound assignment operator. Compound assignment operator. What is compound assignment operator? Yeah, we will see. The few examples I will write. I will write all the possibilities of compound assignment operators. First of all, the basic things are plus equal to, followed by minus equal to, multiplied by equal to, division equal to, mod equal to, then followed by bitwise and equal to, bitwise r equal to, then it is left shift equal to, then followed by right shift equal to. What's a new thing here? Always, if you see in an expression, I'll show you here. Always the operators will come after equal to symbol, assignment operator. After assignment operator called equal to only, all these operators will occur usually. But here, if you see this operator here, equal to is coming second, assignment is coming second, and the arithmetic operators and bitwise operators are coming before assignment operator. That's little new, right? So I'll just tell you in which situation we will go with compound assignment operator. We will see few examples. Okay, so let me go here. For example, let me consider that we have a variable called a assigned with 10, and we have a variable called b, we are assigning it with 5. We have a variable c and we are assigning it with 15. Yes. And for example, we have one more variable called sum, and the sum is also assigned with some value called, for example, 5. And what you need to do is actually you need to take a, okay, you need to take a and you need to add it with sum, and again you have to store it in sum itself. For example, you have to take sum, you have to add a. What will be the answer? A is 10 and sum is 5. Adding both these things, you'll get 15, and that 15 has to be stored here in sum itself. That 15 has to be stored here in the sum itself. Back when such kind of expression is given, then there comes a compound assignment operator. When compound assignment operator can be used in an expression when both on the left side as well as the right side a same variable is occurring, then I can go with the compound assignment. This can be also rewritten as how we can write it using a compound assignment operator is whichever variable is occurring on both the left side and right side of the equation, you take that variable first of all and write plus equal to. What you want to do, you want to add, right? On the right side you have to add with the existing sum value, you need to add. That is why I'm writing plus equal to, then a. Both are same. Sum is equal to sum plus a and sum plus equal to a. Both are same. So when you require a compound interest, when both the left side and the right side of the equation same variable is being used, then you can go for compound interest. This plus, multiplication, division depends on the original equation. Suppose if this is not plus, if this is a multiplication, then here you have to go with multiplied by equal to. If this is division, then you have to go with the slash equal to. Okay, this is how it goes. So let me first of all see plus, and here I see sum plus equal to a, and the next step what I will do, just I'll give a semicolon to point out the end of the statement. Next I will just print the value of sum, percentage d comma sum. Yes, so if you see the print function here, print function, what it has to print actually, if sum and a is added, then it becomes 15, and the 15 is again stored in sum. So now the sum value will be 15. So what I will do is I will just compile it and I'll just again execute it. It's printing 15. Yes, the same answer, whatever sum is equal to sum plus a could have printed, the same sum plus equal to a is also printing. Now you can ask me, what is the need for this? What is the need for compound interest? Sorry, not compound interest, about the compound assignment operator. The need for compound assignment operator is it makes the code little simple. The code complexity is actually reduced, one important thing. But very major reason is that when you use a compound assignment operator, the compiler will execute little faster comparing to sum is equal to sum plus a. This is a compiler process. Compiler is executing this compound assignment operation faster comparing your normal assignment. Yes, fine. So I will give you one more thing for product. Okay, suppose here only one number is added. For example, if I just consider that sum is added with a, b and c, again the answer is stored a and also b, it is added, and again it is added with c, and then it is stored again in sum. Then what you will do, whatever is occurring on the left side and whichever variable is occurring on the left and right side, both side is occurring, write it on the left side, then plus equal to, then write all the other remaining variables. That is what the procedure. Whichever variable is common, write it on the left side, followed by plus equal to, depends on the operation that you are doing. Then follow it by using what you are going to use. You are going to use a plus b plus c. Yes, yeah. So one more example that I'll show you, that for example, if you want to find product, for example, if you want to find product, for example, let me assign that the product is by default product is equal to 5, and what I need to do is that let me assign that it is 1. So what I have to do is I have to take the product value, and I have to multiply it with ABC. I have to multiply A and I have to multiply it by B and I have to multiply it by C. And this sentence, what is the procedure I told you? Whichever variable is occurring on the left and right side, that you write on the left side of the equation, followed by the corresponding operation that we are doing. I think we are multiplying it with the existing product value. So here it should not be plus equal to, it should be multiplied by equal to. Then what are all the remaining variables? With the same expression you have to repeat. So this has to be A multiplied by B, then followed by B multiplied by C. And finally, if I have to print product value. What will be the answer of this? Existing product value is 1, so 1 multiplied by 10, 10 multiplied by 5, 15, 50 multiplied by 15 will be the answer. So we will just go ahead and compile it again. Yeah, 750. Yes, so you require compound assignment operator whenever a variable in an expression is occurring both on the left side as well as on the right side. Then you go for compound assignment operator. Yes, fine. So this is that. So why I am recommending this is that it makes your code readable. It makes your code readable, as well as it also makes the process a little bit faster. That's the main reason why we are coming to compound assignment operator. Yes, so next thing that we will enter is we are going to see about increment or decrement operator. Okay, we will be seeing about one more operator now. We will be seeing about increment or decrement operator. So increment or decrement operator. Okay, so if you see, there are only two increment or decrement operators available. One thing is plus increment operator, and one more thing is minus, which is called as decrement operator. Okay, so I'll tell you for what reason this is used. For example, see, whenever you want to count, I told you that compound interest means, for example, A is equal to A plus 1. When this is given, how this can be rewritten using a compound assignment? A plus equal to 1, because A is occurring on both on the left side and right side, so take it on the left side, then plus equal to 1. Yes, fine. So what I can do is this I can rewrite like A plus plus. This A plus plus, this is like counter. Whenever you want to make any counting process, then you can go with the A plus plus. So when A plus 5 is given, then this cannot be written using increment operator, because increment operator will increment it by just 1. If it is A plus equal to 1, then it can be written as A plus plus. But if it is A plus equal to 5, then you have to write 5 A plus plus. 5 times you have to write A plus plus again. So you cannot add any number, you can add only 1. It means counting, because you don't count to 5, 10, 15. You count to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One by one only you count. So whenever you want to make any counting process, then you can go with this increment operator. This see, you have a equal to a plus 1. Comparing this a equal to a plus 1, a plus equal to 1 is much more easier. It is a reduced form of it. So compound assignment operator is better than the normal operation, but whenever you want to add only one number to the existing value, then a plus plus, the increment operator, is a very reduced form of it, right? Fine. So similarly, if I want to decrement something, if you want to make a decrement process, go with a minus minus, a minus minus. Yes, fine. And inside your increment operator, I told you that there are only two operators are available, which is plus plus and the other operator is minus minus. But there are 4 classification using this increment or decrement operator. What's the first classification that we will see? First classification is pre-increment. Pre-increment. What is pre-increment? For example, I will tell you plus plus x. The plus plus operator has to occur preceded by the variable. Before the variable itself, the plus plus operator has to occur. If that is the case, then it is called as pre-increment. Then followed by post increment. What is post increment? Post increment means first comes a variable, then followed by the plus plus operator. Then similarly, we have pre decrement operator, which is the minus minus have to occur before my variable, preceded by my variable. Then comes post decrement operator, where after variable only my subtraction minus minus decrement operator has to occur. These are the 4 forms of increment or decrement operator. Yes, fine. So now I'll just show you the difference between why pre-increment is used, what is the usage of pre-increment, post-increment, what's the difference between. We will see few demos or what is the difference between this pre-increment and post-increment, or pre-decrement and post-decrement. See, I will take a variable called x, and in x what I will do is I will just store some value called 5. And what I will do is that in the next line I will do x plus plus, and then what I will do is I will do a printf statement by printing the value of x. So printf percentage d comma x. So let me now execute this program and check comma. I just missed a comma. So if just compile and execute this statement, we'll just check what it is going to have, what is going to print. Okay, so I'll just compile it, and then I will just, yes, 6. Yeah, as we told that the value will be incremented by 1. Yes, it was initially initialized as 5, and after incrementing it, it becomes 6, and it is printing 6, usual. Now let me change this into plus plus x. I think x plus plus was post increment, and now this is pre increment. Let us check whether there is any difference. Okay, we will again compile it, and then we will again go for x. Again it is 6. No difference between x plus plus and plus plus x, is it? No. If you are using your increment, post increment and pre increment in this way, then this is not going to show you any difference. Okay, when plus plus x and x plus plus is executed in an independent line, then it is not going to make any change. Both are going to do the same. But let me show you one more demo, then we will see the difference between post increment and pre increment. Okay, I'll introduce a new variable called y. I will introduce a new variable called y, and now I will tell you y is equal to x plus plus, and now I will print the value of y, and now we will check what it is going to. I'll just compile it and I'll go for the execution. It is printing. See, x plus plus means incremented. It has to be incremented. But what has happening is, coming to the post increment, first of all, here 2 operators are there. One is assignment operator, the other one is increment operator. So when it is post increment operator, the highest precedence is given to, first of all, assignment operator. So this assignment will happen first, then only incrementation will happen. So first of all, the value of x will be assigned to y. So 5 will be assigned to y. Then only your plus plus operator will work, and the 5 will be changed to 6. So if you just print x and see, x will be changed to 6, but y is not 6, y is just 5. Because coming to post increment, all the other operators are given first precedence, and plus plus this operator will execute. This is having the least precedence. So I will again just compile it. So if you just see here, the value of y is 5, but the value of x is 6. This is what I'm trying to say. But now what we will say is, we will change this x plus plus into plus plus x. So post increment is changed to pre increment. When it is changed to pre increment, suddenly the precedence of plus plus grows. So first of all, what will have, the plus plus will be having the highest precedence, so plus plus will occur first. So first of all, plus plus will occur, then only assignment operator will work. So what is plus plus x? It becomes 6. The value of x becomes 6, then only it will be assigned to y. So y will be assigned with the 6, and the x is also changed to 6. Okay, so again we will just compile it. Will go, yes, both are 6. This is what the exact difference between the pre-increment and the post-increment. When post-increment is given, then the increment post-increment is considered as a least precedence, and pre-increment is given with the highest precedence. First of all, this pre-increment will happen, then only assignment will happen. Yes. So now what we will do is, we will just go for one more example, and we will just continue. And we take in x is equal to 5, and let me take y is equal to 10, and followed by I will have z to store the answers. We'll make a calculation here. Z is equal to x plus plus multiplied by y. X plus plus multiplied by y. So what I told you, when plus plus operator post increment is used, it will have least precedence. So this will happen at last. Before this, what will happen? Multiplication and equal to will happen, then only plus plus will happen. Okay, so now what I will do is multiply both these things, and what I do is I print the answer of x, and I print the answer of y, and as well as I will print the answer of z also. So let me give 3 format specifier: percentage d, percentage d, percentage d. And what has to happen, as I told, well, first multiplication. So 5 multiplied by y is 50. 50 is assigned to z, and your x is changed now to 6, and y remains the same, which is 10. So when you execute this, what you get is, yes, the x value is changed to incremented to 6. Y value remains the same. Z is having 50. It is not having 60, because first of all multiplication happened, then only this incrementation could have happened. Okay, now I will change this plus plus x plus plus into plus plus x. Now what will happen? Now this only will occur first, then only multiplication. So plus plus x is occurred, so x becomes 6, then 6 is multiplied by 10. So before this 5 multiplied by 10, now it is 6 multiplied by 10, so which becomes 60. So if you see here, the value of x and y remains the same, but the value of z becomes, see, I did not save the file. If you see, I did not save. I'll just save this file, and I'll just again compile it and again execute. Yes, x and y value remains the same, but the z value becomes 60. Yes, fine. So this is what the main difference of pre-increment, post-increment. This is what applicable for decrement also. So when it is post-increment, it will not happen first. All the other operation will happen, then only your post-increment will happen. When it is pre-increment, it will be initiated first, and it will be happening first, then only followed by all the other operations will be happening. So this is what you need to know about increment or decrement operator. Yes, fine. So after this, I think now so far what we have seen is, we started with expression, writing expression. We finished that, and then we entered into compound assignment operator. We saw few things about compound assignment operator. Now we have finished increment or decrement operator also, and now we will enter into some concept called overflow. It's a theoretical concept. We will see this because this is a very important concept here. So we'll see this concept which is called as overflow. What is overflow? Yes, we'll see what is overflow here in C programming. For example, let me consider that I will take a character variable called x, and I will store 127 in it. No wonder, because I told you that there is nothing called as character, there is only numbers are there. So when you store a character is also fine, and the corresponding ASCII code if you store also, both are going to do the same thing. Because I told yesterday, I gave you a demo of when I store even a also. if I store A also, I showed you in the compiler, in the background it is stored as a number, not as a character. So similarly I am just going to store 127 number. Okay, fine. And you know very well that character will range between -128 to 127. Yes, is it right? And you can say that plus 127 is the highest value. More than this you will not be able to store. Am I right or wrong? Yes. So now what I am going to do is that I'm going to try to increment your x by 1. What will happen? Your x has to become 128, but character is having only 1 byte. That also it is between -128 to 127. So 128 cannot be stored. So what will happen? Overflow will happen. What overflow will do? Incrementing your x by 1 will lead to overflow. If overflow happens, what will happen? Your 127 will not go to 128. It will again go back to -128. It's like cyclic. From -128 to 127. Again, if 127 plus 1, then again you go back to -128. If you subtract from -128, then again it comes back to 127. This is a cyclic pattern. So after incrementing my x, what will happen? If I just let me print not %c, I will this %d, because I want to know the integer format of the variable. So %d comma x, also x I will print. And now I'll just compile it and I'll just print it. Yes, it is assigned with 127. If I increment it, what is happening? It is printing -128. Okay, shall we do one more incrementation here? Yes, x plus plus again. So 2 incrementation I'm doing. So let me compile it. Let me do -127. So it's very clearly seen that it is going in a cyclic pattern. This is not only applicable character, it is applicable for any data type, integer, everything. When the highest limit is something and you're trying to store more than that, then the overflow will happen and you will again come back to the negative side. And we are trying to decrement from the negative side, then you will automatically reach the highest end, positive side. So it's completely cyclic. Okay, so what will happen from -128 to 127? From this again you will start again you will start from -128 after this. If incrementation is happening, then again -128, again it will go up to 127. Then again if I increment, again it will go to -128. So it is a cyclic pattern. This is what called as overflow.